Today it's time for a goals check-in. And today I want to show you also how I take those quarterly goals and break them all the way down to monthly and weekly goals so I can get them done. So stay with me and I'll show you how I do it. Well, hi everyone. I'm Crystal from A Crystal Clear Life, where we focus on planning, organizing, and living a more simplified life. And today I want to talk to you about my goals. But before we get into the video, I just need to take a moment here to say, if you find something that you enjoy today, or if you learned something new, please go ahead and give me a like. Hit that subscribe button if you have not subscribed to my channel already. Turn those notification bells all the way on so you won't miss any of our upcoming videos. And with that out of the way, let's jump into the computer because we have a lot to talk about today. Well, as you can see here on my screen, I have my first quarter goals for January through March of 2024. This is the same format that I used last year because you know what? It worked. And if it's not broken, don't fix it. It worked for me last year and I thought, you know what? I am going to use it again and I'll keep using it until it doesn't work anymore. If you would like to see how I set this page up, I did make a video of that. I'll leave it linked up above and in the description box for you so that you can check that out, okay? All right. Now, I do want to go back and show you where these goals came from. So you can see that I have 8 different life areas here. I have my professional crystal clear life goals, my personal relationships, health and fitness, personal growth, creativity, finance, home environment, and my garden. Okay? All right. Now, to get to this point, I started when I did my goals section set up earlier this year. Again, there's a video. I'll leave that up above. But we talked about doing the Makse Life assessment, and Makse Life makes their compass assessment available online for free. I will leave a link in the description if you would like to check it out. I downloaded the PDF, took the quiz, answered all the questions, and came up with this box that shows you kind of how I scored on everything. And from that, what I did is I said, let me take those areas that seem to need the most work, and I will count those as my top priorities. So, as you can see here, health and wellness was a top priority for me. My physical environment is a second priority for me. The dreaded basement project. And then fun and recreation is my third thing. I do lots of fun and wonderful things with my family. I am trying to make myself get out and do more things with, my friends and that kind of thing. Okay? All right. And you see down here, I was playing around with my word of the year, which ended up being cultivate. Cultivate meaning to, or curate, one of those two, to mean, creating the life that you want to have. And I also thought, since I'm a quilter, that was kind of a cool word to go along with, and also a gardener. So anyway, I don't want to get off topic here, but you can see the quiz that's down here, or the questions that are down here. You give yourself a score in each one, and then you can see I took notes all over this thing. I was just writing the heck out of things. I started making a list of the things that I value, and humans find happiness in solving problems. Just writing down things that were popping into my mind as I was doing this particular activity. Celebrate the joy in every day, make your own happiness, just all that kind of stuff. I was really into this and working on things that I needed to think about and work on to come up with my goals. Okay. So, needless to say, I find the Makse Life Compass Assessment very helpful. I then took that information and I went back to my goal areas for the first quarter, and I put in some of my goals here in these boxes. So if I zoom in a little bit, you can see what some of these might look like. Okay? All right. So you see here for my professional goal, one of the things that I would like to do is I would like to end up with 4,000 subscribers on YouTube by March 30th. I also would like to film and publish one video per week. I have been diligent in doing that since I started my YouTube channel 3 years ago. I have lots and lots of videos on YouTube, and I'm doing well, and we're getting to that point where we're just about to turn the corner. So I'm looking forward to that. All right. And I also would like to get back to doing one live per month, because I think those are kind of fun. In personal relationships, I would like to have monthly game nights, not only with my family, but a set of friends that live nearby as well. Weekly date nights with my husband, and then friends meetups, at least one a month. Sometimes more if I can squeeze that in. Okay. That is an ongoing goal for the whole year. That doesn't have a set deadline. But you can see down here as I move on to health and fitness, I would like to get 8,000 steps average daily at least 4 times a week, meal planning monthly and weekly, taking my medication, tracking my numbers, all of that kind of thing. Okay. All right, so you see how that kind of works, all right? So I did that, and then the rest of this page, let me zoom back out for you. The rest of this page really is a way to track those things, okay? So a way for me to record, my visits with friends, or my lunch dates, and my game days, and, all of that kind of stuff. My, logging of expenses, just all the things. This is a way that I track them on this page, okay? So that's taking a yearly goal, breaking it down into quarter, and having a way to track that. But I also need to make sure that I take that to my monthly section, because if I just leave it here in my goals, sometimes things get forgotten. Okay, so let's jump over to February, and I'll show you how that works. So here in February, you see my February goals, and you see those same colorful boxes. Okay, all I did for that was, back in goals, is I went through and I copied this entire column, which happens to be just a table, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows, and I just table shaded every other one and filled them in. So I just went there and copied those, and then I went back to February and pasted it right there. Okay. And I did the same thing for the other set of my goals. All right. So now I have them on a monthly basis. I know what I'm supposed to be working on a monthly basis. Okay. Then what I did is I decided I needed to break those down into weekly. So on this half of the page, you will see that I have the weeks of February already written out. So I have week 1, February 1 through 3, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, and so on. All right. So let me zoom in a little bit, and I'll show you how this breaks down. Okay. All right. So we talked about, for my Crystal Clear Life goal was to film and edit and publish a video every week. All right. So you can see here at the top of all of my weeks, film and edit on the very first day, film and edit. So for example, film and edit monthly goal tracking. Well, guess what? I'm doing that right now. Okay. So I am on track for that. Then when I move on to personal relationships, I had recreation with friends and families, ladies' game day. That doesn't happen to be this week coming up, but I do have a friend meetup. I have a friend meetup with my pottery pals for a lunch date, and I do have a friend meetup for game night that is on the 16th. Usually it's the following week, but because of a conflict, we moved it to the earlier week. So in this particular week, I actually have 2 of my friend meetups, which is great. Okay. Then I have a place here to record what my husband and I did for our date night for that week. Maybe it's, playing a game of Rummy Cube. Maybe it's watching an episode of Frasier. Maybe it's doing a painting together. Maybe it's just taking a walk and talking about, what we'd like to do on the weekend. It doesn't matter, but I just like to be able to write that down. Okay. One of my health goals was to take 8,000 steps average per day, 4 times per week. So what I like to do here is I like to record, when those steps were gotten. Let's say I got them on Tuesday and Thursday, and then Friday and Saturday of that particular week. So I have a place to record those, okay? I also have down here for personal growth, I'm still working on that 365 reading challenge. That means I like to read a little bit every single day. And what I like to do during this weekly part here is I just like to write down what book I'm reading or what article I read or, something like that. So there's a place to record that. All right. Also, when there's a place to record it, it makes me think, oh yeah, what am I going to read next? Let me pick out my next great read. Okay. All right. Meal planning. Did I do it? Did I not do it? Check it off. Anything else for health and fitness? Well, on this particular day, I have an eye doctor appointment. So I went ahead and recorded that. Okay. Let's see. Expense logging for finances. Did I keep track of that? Was there anything major that I needed? Was there a payday that I need to put down in there? Was there a big bill that came in, like the electric bill for last month because it was so cold here? Anyway, again, I digress. And then my home environment, part of my home environment is keeping things clean. So I have my cleaning zone written down there. What I like to restock and, change any decorations in that area. Let's say it's the bathroom. I restock, the toilet paper. I refill the shampoo, put fresh soap out, do any decoration swap out the hand towel, the carpet, whatever it happens to be in the bathroom. For that particular zone. And then also for home environment, I want to mark off how many Pomodoros, how many time I get to work in that basement for 30 minutes at a time. All right. So I have a place to log those. All right. So this page over here on the right hand side reminds me about what all of my goals are. And then I can break them down by week. All right. Then what I can do is I can come in here and I can copy this and right click, copy, and then that is week 3. So I can take it to week 3. I can go right up here to my to-do or weekly goal tasks, click in there and say paste, and look at that. It adds all of those items in there. You need to move over, Mr. Kitty Cat. There we go. All right. So now all of those things that I had from that big quarterly, broken down into monthly, broken down into weekly tasks, and now put right here on my weekly page so that when I open my weekly page and I start looking at this week, I know all of the things that I have to do in order to meet my goals. So that when I do that refresh of that Makse Life Compass, I can say that I have been working very hard on these goals. The more you write your goals down and the more you see them, the more you are apt to be able to accomplish them. So I am hoping that by putting them front and center on my weekly pages, in my monthly section, that I will see them often and that will encourage me to work harder on them. Okay? All right. Well, let me know what you think. Do you like the Makse Life Compass? Have you used it? Do you find it helpful? What do you think about taking those quarterly goals and breaking them down into weekly chunks so that you can make sure that you're fitting everything in? I'm finding that it's working very well for me, and I would encourage you to give it a try if you're somebody who is, maybe pretty good at writing down those long-term goals, but actually letting it matriculate down to your daily and weekly pages. That might be a little hard. Maybe this is some way that might help you with that. Okay? All right. Well, thanks again for watching. Again, give me a like if you've learned anything new, and leave me a comment if you have any comments or questions about what I do here at A Crystal Clear Life. You want to recommend a video that you would like to see, I would be happy to help you with all of that. Okay? And until next time, here's hoping that you can live a more simplified and organized life through better planning. I use OneNote. Okay, until next time, bye.